Welcome to Wiley Manager's 3-minute crash course, and the title of this one this week, Bob, I'm sure is going to get some people's attention. And the full-length version of the podcast this week, we talked about overcoming imposter syndrome.
Yes, indeed. So what is imposter syndrome and what do I do about it is what we talk about. So interesting, imposter syndrome is when you get into that place where you're worried that the no-talent police are going to break into your cubicle or your office and haul you away to jail for being a complete fraud and something that you're not. So interestingly, this is a real situation. Purdue University in the U.S. did a study on imposter syndrome and how it impacts different people. What it is it's more than occasional self-doubt. So we all have occasional self-doubt. Even me, Jed.
Yeah, even you, Bob.
But it is in fact a form of self-sabotage, right? This is about anticipating failure and constant self-doubt. So this is like relenting, I'm in big trouble, I'm a fraud, I'm in way over my head sort of stuff, as opposed to, well, this is challenging, right? So, and oftentimes these things are a matter of perspective. So, for example, if you've got imposter syndrome, you're one of these people who's going to say, well, the only reason I've gotten to where I am is because of plain old dumb luck, right? As opposed to, a healthier viewpoint would be, is that, well, I feel tremendous gratitude for the luck that I've had, but I've also worked very hard, and I've tried to engineer that luck to get me to where I am. Right. Another symptom would be is that sometimes people think that the only reason they've gotten ahead is because of others.
Right.
Right. Which may in fact be the case, but that's different than being quite thankful for the mentoring help that you've had from others.
So once you've identified some of those things as being, where you might have this syndrome, what do you do about it? How do you overcome it?
Well, I think the first point is to actually be self-aware, right? So is this something that, because oftentimes it's caused by things like fear of failure, excessive risk aversion, or perfectionist tendencies. So okay, are these things that I succumb to, and can I look at my current situation and just be aware of the fact that, I may have this thing, and is it something I can overcome? Interestingly, overcoming it may involve, a lifetime of therapy too, right? Seriously, you just never know what's going on, right? Yeah. So I think just being aware is the first thing. The other thing you need to do is that make a list of the things you are good at, right? Now, if you can't write a list of those things in your current role, then you probably got imposter syndrome. Right? If you've got a whole list of things that, I'm in big trouble on one side of the page, and you're having a hard time coming up with things you're actually good at, you probably got imposter syndrome, right? And in fact, one of the things we talk about is that you may in fact be an imposter.
Yep.
Right? So identify that for what it is too, and figure out what you're going to do about it. You may in fact, your best course of action may not be trying to overcome imposter syndrome, but rather changing the situation for yourself and getting to a place where you're more comfortable.
All right, well, we talk on a lot more length in this week's full-length version of the podcast. You can catch that or pick that up on iTunes, or you can find it as well at wileymanager.com.
Yeah, we'll see you next time, Jed.